Welcome to tonight's top news stories from around the world. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanzeeba Naureen. Let's get started with the headlines making waves right now. I'm not going anywhere, Biden tells MSNBC. Democrats face pressure of revealing if they back Biden as Congress reconvenes. Republicans call Trump's move to distance himself from Project 2025 preposterous. Stormy Daniels gets more than $1 million from GoFundMe after alleged threats. U.S. airlines cancel over 1,300 flights due to Hurricane Beryl. U.S. Treasury to expand security reviews for land deals near military bases. Russian missile attack kills 36, hits children's hospital, Ukraine says. Indian Prime Minister Modi makes first visit to ally Russia since Ukraine invasion. France's Emmanuel Macron keeps Prime Minister, cites stability after chaotic election. Argentina's Milei rails against socialism in first visit to Brazil as president. U.S. men's soccer names experienced roster for Paris Olympics. And revamped U.S. 3x3 basketball team aiming for golden debut in Paris. You are listening to Headlines Now News in detail. President Joe Biden has confirmed he will stay in the presidential race, confident that most voters still support him. Speaking on MSNBC's Morning Joe program, Biden said, "I'm not going anywhere," and invited anyone who disagrees to challenge me at the Democratic National Convention in August. Biden's comments come after a tough debate with Republican Donald Trump on June 27, which led to questions about his mental fitness. He expressed frustration with attempts by elites to push him out of the race. When co-host Mika Brzezinski mentioned that several major news organizations and pundits have suggested he step aside, Biden was unfazed. "I don't care what those big names think," he said. "I wouldn't be running if I didn't absolutely believe that I'm the best candidate to beat Donald Trump in 2024. The presidential election is scheduled for November 5 and Biden, who defeated Trump in 2020, remains confident in his chances." President Joe Biden challenged Democrats questioning his leadership to challenge me at the convention and sent a combative letter to Congress defending his candidacy on Monday. As Congress reconvened, Biden urged Democratic lawmakers to openly state if they support him for re-election. Biden gave a surprise live interview on MSNBC's Morning Joe to reinforce his message, pledging to fight on despite growing pressure. Some prominent House Democrats reportedly urged House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries to push Biden to step aside after a poor debate performance against Donald Trump and a lackluster ABC interview. "Challenge me at the convention," Biden told hosts Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski, expressing frustration with the party elites. This defiant stance comes as the Senate and House of Representatives prepare to enter session simultaneously for the first time since the June 27 debate, where Biden struggled to make his points and counter Trump's attacks. At 81, Biden faces renewed scrutiny over his ability to serve another term amid concerns about his mental fitness and declining poll numbers. Former Republican figures mocked Donald Trump for denying involvement with Project 2025, a right-wing plan for a radical government takeover if he is re-elected. The plan suggests replacing civil servants with Trump loyalists, eliminating the Education Department, controlling the Justice Department, and banning the abortion pill. Democrats warned that the 900-page document from the conservative Heritage Foundation reflects what a second Trump presidency would look like. Although it was crafted by former Trump administration members and echoes his policies, Trump recently disowned it on his Truth Social website, claiming ignorance of Project 2025. "I disagree with some of the things they're saying," Trump wrote, adding he had nothing to do with them. Olivia Troy, a former advisor to Mike Pence, told CNN that Trump's denial is due to the plan's controversial nature. She noted that key figures behind the plan like John McEntee, Stephen Miller, Ben Carson, and Ken Cuccinelli were close to Trump. Troy believes Trump is distancing himself because he knows the plan's extreme proposals could harm his election chances. Stormy Daniels has received over $1 million from a GoFundMe campaign to help her move to a safe house and cover legal fees after testifying against Donald Trump. Daniels, whose real name is Stephanie Clifford, has faced threats from Trump supporters, including threats to her family and pets. The fundraiser, organized by her friend Dwayne Crawford, aimed to raise $1 million and quickly surpassed its goal with the help of about 19,000 donors. Crawford explained that Daniels needed to relocate for safety and continue paying legal fees. Daniels played a key role in Trump's conviction on 34 felonies for falsifying business records. She was paid $130,000 to stay quiet about an alleged sexual encounter with Trump, which was falsely recorded as legal expenses. Despite the conviction, Trump gained hope when the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that presidents have broad immunity from prosecution for actions in office. This ruling led New York Judge Ian Merchant to delay Trump's sentencing from 11 July to 18 September. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Airlines in the United States cancelled over 1,300 flights and delayed more than 1,000 on Monday as Hurricane Beryl hit Texas. According to FlightAware, 1,479 flights were cancelled and 2,254 were delayed by 12:33 p.m. ET. United Airlines led with 405 cancelled flights, followed by Southwest Airlines with 268. United Airlines stated, "We are continuing to monitor Beryl and have reduced flying at Intercontinental Airport of Houston Sunday night and Monday." Southwest also adjusted its flight schedule in Houston and South Texas due to the hurricane. Both airlines issued travel advisories for airports including Austin, Corpus Christi, Harlingen, and Houston. Beryl, the earliest Category 5 hurricane on record for the season, made landfall near Matagorda, Texas, causing dangerous storm surges, according to the U.S. National Hurricane Center. Air Canada cancelled flights between Houston and Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver for Tuesday. Texas' largest ports also halted operations and vessel traffic on Sunday as Beryl intensified. The Federal Aviation Administration had warned of thunderstorms affecting travel across the country. The U.S. Treasury announced a significant expansion of its authority to review foreign real estate purchases near military bases, adding 56 facilities across 30 states to its list. This move increases the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States jurisdiction to about 227 military installations. The expansion follows a CFI-US decision giving a Chinese-linked company 120 days to sell property near a U.S. Air Force base in Wyoming, which houses part of the U.S. nuclear arsenal. Concerns are growing about national security risks from Chinese-linked property purchases near sensitive military sites. A 2018 law had already expanded CFI-US authority to review foreign acquisitions of non-controlling investments in U.S. real estate, posing national security concerns. The new rule would further extend CFI-US reach to land deals within 1 mile of 40 additional military sites and within 100 miles of 19 more installations. A Treasury official described the rule as the largest expansion of CFI-US review authority since 2018, emphasizing its focus on national security. This latest update vastly expands the reach of CFI-US real estate jurisdiction while maintaining its sharp focus on national security, the official said. Now it's time for global updates. Russia launched a devastating daylight missile attack on Kiev's main children's hospital and other cities in Ukraine on Monday, killing at least 36 civilians in one of the deadliest airstrikes in months. The hospital in Kiev was hit during the day, causing panic among parents and residents as they fled amidst shattered windows and debris. Ukraine declared a day of mourning for the victims and called for urgent upgrades to its air defenses from Western allies. Ukrainian air defenses reportedly intercepted 30 out of 38 missiles launched, but significant damage was still inflicted on civilian buildings across Kiev, Kryvyi Rih, Dnipro, and eastern cities. Video footage verified by authorities showed a missile striking the children's hospital, followed by a large explosion. The Security Service of Ukraine identified the missile as an Kh-101 cruise missile. President Vladimir Zelensky vowed retaliation and urged Western allies for a strong response. Meanwhile, the UN Security Council is set to meet following requests from several nations. The Russian Defense Ministry claimed its strikes targeted Ukraine's defense industry and aviation bases. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi began a two-day visit to Russia on Monday, his first since Russia's invasion of Ukraine strained their long-time alliance. Modi met President Vladimir Putin in Vladivostok, marking their first in-person meeting since 2019. Despite Russia's closer ties with India's rival, China, following sanctions over Ukraine, India under Modi has refrained from criticizing Russia's actions, advocating instead for peace. The partnership between Moscow and New Delhi has faced challenges as Russia deepens its relations with China amid global tensions. Modi's absence from a recent summit of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization underscores India's distancing from forums dominated by Russia and China. Tensions between India and China, exacerbated by border clashes in 2020, also influenced India's stance towards Russia. Yet India remains committed to strong ties with Russia, a crucial trade partner and a major supplier of defense equipment. Amid Western sanctions cutting off Russian exports, India has increased its reliance on Russian oil, now accounting for over 40% of its imports. French President Emmanuel Macron has asked Prime Minister Gabriel Attal to stay on temporarily despite chaotic election results that left France without a clear majority in parliament. Voters split among left, center, and far-right parties, creating a potential government paralysis. Macron's snap election gamble aimed to bring clarity but instead highlighted division just weeks before the Paris Olympics. Attal offered his resignation Monday morning, but Macron urged him to remain for stability. Macron's decision came after talks with political allies at the presidential palace. None of the main blocs secured the 289 seats needed to govern, complicating efforts to form a coalition among the leftist coalition, Macron's centrists, and the far right. Markets initially dipped but recovered, possibly relieved by no clear extremist victory. The deadlock could impact Ukraine's conflict, global diplomacy, and Europe's economy. Despite uncertainty, former EU Council head Donald Tusk described varied reactions across Europe to the election outcome. Javier Milei, visiting Brazil as Argentina's president, criticized socialism for restricting freedoms and fostering corruption at a conservative rally led by former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro. Speaking at CPEC Brazil 2024, Milei didn't mention Brazil's President Lula, despite Bolsonaro's supporters chanting insults against the leftist leader. Milei skipped a Mercosur summit to attend Bolsonaro's rally, straining relations with Brazil by calling Lula corrupt and a communist in recent posts. This has escalated tensions as Lula has demanded an apology from Milei. The CPAC event aimed to boost support for Bolsonaro's party in upcoming municipal elections and enhance his influence for the 2026 presidential race. It drew right-wing leaders like Chile's Jose Antonio Cast and Bolivia's potential presidential candidate Branko Marinkovic. Politicians from Portugal and El Salvador also participated, underscoring its international scope and right-wing unity in the Americas. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 18,087.87. The NYSE Composite is decreased by 11.03 points or 0.06%. Tokyo stock close price is 40,780.70. The Nikkei 225 index decreased by 131.67 points or 0.32%. Shanghai stock close price is 2,922.45. The Shanghai index decreased by 27.48 points or 0.93%. Hong Kong stock close price is 17,524.06. The Hang Seng index decreased by 275.55 points or 1.55%. Bombay stock close price is 79,960.38. The Sensex index decreased by 36.22 points or 0.05%. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Defenders Miles Robinson and Walker Zimmerman, along with forward Dode Mihailovic, will be the three senior players on the 18-man U.S. Olympic men's soccer team roster. They were not used in the senior team at Copa America. The Olympic soccer tournament is mostly for players under 23, with each team allowed 3 overage players. While clubs aren't required by FIFA to release players for the Olympics, it's expected that all named in the US squad will be allowed to participate. Coach Marko Mitrovic added Maximilian Dietz, a defender from Germany's Greuther Fürth, who missed the June training camp. He had previously been part of the under-23 team in October and March. 10 players were cut from the June roster. Defenders Jalen Neal, Brian Reynolds, and Jonathan Tompkinson, midfielders Cole Bassett, Aidan Morris, and Rukas Pukstas, and forwards Esmir Bajurak Terevic, Kate Cowell, Damian Downs, and Johan Gomez. The U.S. men's 3x3 basketball team is set for their Olympic debut in Paris, aiming for redemption after missing out on Tokyo. Unlike traditional squads, their strength lies in players who rediscovered their love for basketball through street sport. The team hopes to replicate the impact of Michael Jordan's dream team in Barcelona '92, elevating 3x3 basketball's popularity. They face tough challenges from Serbia, ranked number 1 globally, and Tokyo champions Latvia, led by World Player of the Year Dr. Strange Strahinja Stojicic. Following the success of the women's team, who made history with Olympic gold in 2021, expectations are high. The women's roster, including Cameron Brink, Sierra Burdick, Ryan Howard, and Hailey Van Lith, combines WNBA experience and college success, ready to defend their title against formidable opponents like China and hosts France. Boosted by 35-year-old Jimmer Fredet's leadership and recent successes at the World Cup and Pan American Games, the men's team has transformed into a serious contender for Olympic glory in Paris. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. I'm not going anywhere, Biden tells MSNBC. Democrats face pressure of revealing if they back Biden as Congress reconvenes. Republicans call Trump's move to distance himself from Project 2025 preposterous. Stormy Daniels gets more than $1 million from GoFundMe after alleged threats. U.S. airlines cancel over 1,300 flights due to Hurricane Beryl. U.S. Treasury to expand security reviews for land deals near military bases. Russian missile attack kills 36, hits children's hospital, Ukraine says. Indian Prime Minister Modi makes first visit to ally Russia since Ukraine invasion. France's Emmanuel Macron keeps Prime Minister, cites stability after chaotic election. Argentina's Milei rails against socialism in first visit to Brazil as president. U.S. men's soccer names experienced roster for Paris Olympics. And revamped U.S. 3x3 basketball team aiming for golden debut in Paris. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.